trends lately, because you're all going to ask. I reviewed these speakers already. Video was done, it's even uploaded. And then when I was done reviewing the video in here on the desk, I said, all right, this is done. Let me put them back in the living room. I remember them being, you know, amazing in my living room. And I'm never going to release that first video because I messed up bad. These speakers, the Buchardt S300s, are not desk speakers. Do you see the dimensions of them? That's sort of extreme depth, even longer than the Doomsdecks here. They're made by a Danish company called Buchardt. In fact, you could read it, and they're upside down because I'm me. But here, see this metal plate? That's the only thing on it. They're not cheap. In this finish, which is not a vinyl oak, this is legit oak, like a tree died and then is skinned and put on this. Ignore the kitchen mess. Magnetic grills. So I had them on the desk inside. I reviewed them. I said, oh, they're really great, and blah, 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 blah. And then I brought them out here. And this is where they belong. See, these speakers don't do desk. They worked on it, but they didn't blow me away. Here, this room, I'm blown away. And I don't get blown away often. I mean, I do all the damn time. But you see my Air Motive 6s here? Those are my pick. If I don't have the SVS 1000s, I put my Air Motive 6s up on the stands. They're self-powered, 210 watts each self-powered speaker. So I got 420 watts plus subwoofers come in, and yes, the loudest you'll ever listen to Tron Legacy or anything. But when I take them off and I put these Buchards up here, being powered from my Tascam PAR 200 at 100 watts a channel, I get the best music listening experience in this room that I've ever gotten. Oh God. Support on Patreon, review the cat. Here, play with it on the couch. I'm gonna repeat that because she distracted me. When I first got the 530s, the JBLs, and put them up here, I was like, oh my God. And then I moved the 530s all the way to my desk here, and then I didn't go, oh my God, I went, holy fuck, because this is where they're the best. I had them in that room, and I was doing home theater stuff, and they're only a 5 1/4, and they couldn't quite kill me. So I tried them on a desk, and this is where they're the best. And these Buchards, and I hope I'm saying that right, are the best here, in a giant room. It's a pretty big room. It's 15 feet this way, 18 feet this way. And if I sit here, this is the best musical experience I've had in this apartment. The low end, and I always say the low end's good, bad, is impossible with these speakers. I have to keep coming back here and looking and seeing if this is shut off. And it's shut off. There's subs. Subs do not come on when I put on a piece of music. That sub's off. Those are off. It's just direct, straight out of there. Go into this, hit next track. Where's the cat? I don't want to play too much because she's going to definitely just flip out. But just... Where is that low end coming from? Where is that bongo drum happening in this apartment? I don't understand. 6.5-inch driver. That looks like it came out of a Dayton. Look, it's as non-impressive as you can get. Soft, very soft surround actually. Where a lot of these speakers, you do that and you feel, by the way, don't touch your speakers unless you know what you're doing. And you feel it and it's like rock. It's very soft. This is just plastic with a plastic dust cap. It's the most boring driver you've ever seen. Then you come down here, the tweeter, and the tweeter's, again, don't touch this, but there's a cat hair on it. It's just a tweeter. It's a nice looking tweeter. It's a pretty big tweeter. It's a tweeter. And I mean, the box is just a box with a port in the back. Spiderwebs. I mean, it doesn't even have, a lot of European speakers have just the 5-way binding posts that are screwed straight to the wood. European speakers and DIY, because it's super easy. Drill a hole, nut and bolt, right through the wood, done. So where's the magic that has the bass in these being full enough? They're the only speakers I put in this room. And I always put speakers in this room and I do them on their own without a subwoofer. Then eventually, at some point in the review process, I'm like, all right, now let's put some subwoofer on and really complete the sound. And I never do it with these. They were up here for 2 weeks before I took them off, put them on the desk. They've been up here for over a week now, and I have no urge to put those Dynamo 300s on at all. So is sub bass why I'm in love with these speakers? No, and I'm buying these, by the way. He's giving me a deal, but it doesn't matter. I'm buying them, and the question is, where are they staying? Because they are I'm gonna say the B word. In this room, I would listen to music on nothing else but these. But when it's time for a movie, when it's time for actual physically violent sound, the Airmotives are winners. These get loud, don't get me wrong, they get loud, but I'm not a normal person. Bikes are on the wall, cat craziness. And I've pushed these speakers on my 100 watt per channel Tascam to the point of driver failure. I could actually hear the driver bottoming out. So if you're the kind of person that's going to throw these in your home theater, if you're normal, you might be fine. If you're not normal, like me, you may want to keep looking. That said, if you are looking for a not inexpensive, with this finish, $1,500 a pair, not inexpensive set of speakers for just music, right now these are the ones to go to. Now you can get them in a different finish that's not as fancy pantsy. I mean, dark wood. I remember my father has speakers in closets just for decades now, old Polks and things, and they used to have legit wood, and that stopped somewhere along the lines, probably in the early 90s. So to find an actual, that's why this speakers are so expensive, because to actually cut a tree down and finish them like this is, well, not cheap, not anymore. So here are your grills. Put them on, don't put them on. I think they look kind of cool. I leave them stuck to my giant rack. So let's check some boxes. Bass. Fuck, it's so full sounding. I'm gonna keep playing it every once in a while with a different track, just to remind myself there will be a full sound demo. The cat keeps looking. You know how long this cat's been here? Over a year and a half, and every time I play music, she'd ignore it. Not with these speakers. She hears what I hear. There is some weird magic happening that causes these to sound, to have soundstage beyond the speaker. Stop blinking lights. This is Star Trek Nero fiddles. They have perfect imaging no matter the height I'm at. Now I put them upside down because when I sit, the tweeters are closer to ear level than if they were right side up. So people are always going to ask why they're upside down. But not many speakers will do a vertical, you know, it's fine. It sounds fine, and then it still sounds fine, and then it still sounds fine down here. Alright, gotta keep pausing, because this is just going to get blocked in Germany and all the other countries that want to watch it. Center imaging, because I don't run a center, as you could see. I forced myself to be a human being and put a fireplace there instead. In fact, why isn't that on? It's an important review that I have. More blue, less blue. Love how those lights are blinking like crazy. So I have no center channel, which means when I have guests, like people sitting maybe at my table or sitting on the side couch here, which is covered in foam, forget about it. They don't get to enjoy surround sound in the fullest. But when it's just me and a friend here, the imaging that these speakers throw for music and for movies is perfect. It's not too tight where it sounds like it's just exaggerating it, and it's not too wonky where it's just like sounds coming from somewhere. It's perfect. And I don't know how. The drivers don't look that special. I looked inside. The crossover's got quite a lot of stuff inside of it. But I mean, this is me just not understanding fully the capabilities of speakers in general. So, you know, when you come and complain about, oh, Zeos says everything's the best. Well, Zeos has been to audio shows. Zeos has listened to $60,000 towers. And Zeos has not been impressed by a lot of them. Alright, Richard Cheese will definitely get pulled. These speakers sound... If you said right now, JBL 590 towers or these in the room, take these for music. The 590 towers, when I reviewed them, I said they're better up close, and they are. When I build my sim racing rig, that's where they're going. But right now, in this room, to listen to music, Buchardts, S300s. Now, I think I'm the only person in the country with a pair. Because the guy contacted Mr. I assume his name is Mr. Buchardt. Well, I forgot his name, because I haven't checked his email in a while. But when he contacted me, he's like, hey, look, I want to send you 2 pairs. The 300s and the 200s. The 200s will get a separate review, because they're the little white ones. And you can get these in white, by the way, if you want to be super, super hipster. I'll be the only one in the country with them. And I've been for probably 3 months. It's been a while. And I haven't done the review because it's been like... I've been grasping at trying to understand if it's worth it. And it's absolutely worth it. You have to have these shipped from Europe. These are as European a set of speakers as I've ever used. Look at the design. Box. What about, no, box. What has it got? Box. Box with wood. Beautiful finish. Simplicity at work. They're not trying to hide the screws. They're not trying to put a fancy material. It's just whatever it is. And then magic comes out of it. Now, cat. They don't make, Buchardt does not make a center channel. They don't make subwoofers. They don't make rear speakers. They just make 2 types of speakers right now. The big 300s and the slightly smaller 200s. So they're very focused. SVS makes, you know, the 1000s and the ultras and the primes and it just keeps bouncing around up and down, and there's subwoofers and centers. Buchardt is a boutique audio. Boutique is the word. They're just starting out, I think. And this is what their engineers come up with. This is what the creator did. He made these speakers. These speakers. And they're amazing. They deserve all the praise they're going to get from every person who listens to them. And every person I brought into this apartment who praises them. They deserve it. Now, they ain't cheap. If this video, at the time of you watching it, whoever you are, has 5,000 views, which is like my daily average for one day, maybe 2 people will have the $1,300 to $1,500 required to buy them. And of those 2 people, how many of them are going to actually say, all right, I need this pair right now because Zeos loves them? I don't know. I don't know. If I sell 1 pair of these, that's enough, because that 1 pair is going to get listened to by 10, 15 people somewhere in this country. Hell, in Europe. I have so many European... If you're a European fan, raise your hand in the comments, because I've determined that on my Telegram and IRC and all those social media things I've set up, I have a lot of European fans. And, well, this is pretty much right next door to you. Denmark is not far. Danish, Dutch, yeah, Danish, yeah. Europe. Like we fought a war there once. Plastic into just cardboard. It's nothing to these speakers to be like. If I saw them in the garbage, I could have gone and be like, I don't know, are these from the 80s maybe? And then I would look at the finish and gone, no, I don't think so, because they're not like that shiny finish that removes all the textures that that real wood gives you. These have real wood. That's why this finish was extra. When he asked which ones I wanted the white little ones and the crazy oak finished big ones. Totally worth it. Right now, if you're setting up a 2.0 in a big room, and this is a big room, and you have the budget, you don't need a big amp, it's 100 watts per channel, that task amp. Just pick these up. These are the ones. You can get Air Motive 6s for extreme, those are still the extreme volume kings. But for music, these beat them. The 530s, great for a desk, great for a small room. If you're here with the speakers in this sort of 5-foot triangle, absolutely 530s if you could find them. But right now, you either get the SVS Ultras or these. And the SVS Ultras are cheaper than these, but the SVS Ultras, as good as they are, can't do the low end these do. The SVS Ultras do low end, like, oh, they do great low end. Fuck, these do amazing low end. Better than any of the speakers that I can recall at the audio show. But then again, those are also playing weird sources in weird rooms. Every hotel room apparently has terrible acoustics. So when I throw on, let's see what's next. Uncle's Rain. I can't find out which subwoofer's on. I just keep looking. Is that light green? No, are those light green? It's just nothing. It's just as much bass as I'd ever want in a speaker playing just music. These are music speakers. You have a vinyl setup, you want a high-end vinyl setup, these, a good amp, decent amp, SA98 would run them. Hell, an SA50 would probably run them. And a vinyl player with a good preamp. It's just a random, I just put my camera in my head like, tonight's the night. It's like Dexter would say, tonight is the night. They don't even have like a huge excursion or anything. It doesn't make any sense. I love when things don't make sense. That makes me excited to try to like explain it to you. Like, well, you'll have to hear them. And when the sound demo comes, hopefully you'll hear them. Hopefully they'll live up to what I'm saying. And these are the rarest speakers I've ever reviewed. Well, maybe the Yamos are, because those things disappeared off the face of the earth after I got them. But you could still buy these, at least. You could save up all your money and throw it to a person in Europe, and he will send you this box. And if you have a room that can support them, because honestly on a desk, I was eh. These are JBL 305s on a desk. I'd probably take the JBLs, honestly. Desk. They didn't blow me away on a desk. You give them the room to breathe, and this is a lot of room. It'll blow your mind. All right, and you can all make fun of me in the comments now because I said in the SVS Ultra review something is going to beat them, and I'm not sure if it's going to be $200 under or $200 over the $1,000 that those were. And these, in their cheapest finish, are like $300 more than the Ultras. So we're getting into things now that, I can't control. I can only, someone gives me this pair of speakers, I like them. I'm telling you about it. Someone gives me another pair of speakers, I like them, I'll tell you about it. Now everything's gonna be judged off of this, for music, for straight music. Home theater, the Ultras are probably better because I couldn't blow them up. Those, can't blow them up. Got real close to blowing these up. Granted, they got pretty goddamn loud before I did it, but I'm a crazy psycho. Alright, ending this video before I have to do editing. Let's just... I'm gonna have to keep swapping these out up here every time. I'll listen to watch movies, blast those. I'll listen to music. I say blast these. These even sound good quiet. The imaging between them is just fucking crazy. Is the word. It's just crazy. This is mono, by the way. This GoPro is mono. My sound demo, and I'll walk around with the camera and cry and calm and all those cool things that I do on camera. I even like the color.